Hello, everyone and anyone, and welcome to the Uncanny Commander. My name is Scott, and I was thinking the other day, you know what? I would really like a jellyfish commander that lets me play cards from everywhere, not just my hand. And lo and behold, Edge of Eternities has delivered us just that in Memnon the Right Hand. Let's get into it.
Memnon is a mono-blue jellyfish with flying that loves artifacts and playing cards from wherever you want. It reads, you may look at the top card of your library at any time, and you may play artifact spells from the top of your library. And artifacts you control have tap, add 1 blue mana, and spend this mana only to cast spells from anywhere other than your hand. This means cards in our graveyard, in exile, and in our library are all fair game, are just extra cards in our hand. Memnon is already going to let us cast artifacts from our library, but we're going to need to do a lot more than that. So here are some cards that we can cast from outside of our hand to really push our deck. Sage of the Beyond is a powerhouse in this deck. Foretell exiles the card from our hand to be played later. This 5/5 flying giant reduces the casting cost of all the spells we cast from outside of our hand, an amazing synergy with Memnon. Another Foretell All-Star is Alrund's Epiphany. We can cast it for cheap from exile with mana from our artifacts to create 2 bird tokens and take an extra turn. Definitely a perfect choice to help us finish out the game on later turns. Next up is Surge of Brilliance, a Foretell card from the Doctor Who Commander decks. It also has Paradox, a triggered ability that allows us to draw cards anytime we cast a spell from anywhere other than our hands. Archmage's Newt is a mount card from Outlaw Junction that gives any instant or sorcery in our graveyard flashback. Even better, it makes the flashback cost 0 mana. I love casting spells for free. Another new card from Edge of Eternities that fits amazingly in this deck is Starfield Vocalist, which will double up all of our triggered abilities. It has Warp, a new keyword that allows us to cast a card for cheap, then exiles it on our end step. Then we can cast it again from exile for its normal casting cost. Memnon loves artifacts, and so do we. And we need them so we can cast spells from everywhere we want to. So let's check out a few that I think deserve to go in this deck. Mystic Forge is an excellent value and redundancy card here, letting us look at the top of our library and cast artifacts and colorless spells from the top. And if we don't like those cards, we simply tap it and pay a life to exile them until we get something we want. From the much maligned Assassin's Creed set, we have Crystal Skull, Isu Spyglass. This is a mana rock that also allows us to check out what's on top of our library. With it, we can play historic lands and cast historic spells. That's all of our artifacts, legendaries, and sagas. Maybe all of our non-land permanents should be artifacts. Encroaching Mycosynth does just that. This card not only turns all our permanents in play into artifacts, but also the permanents everywhere else we have into them. Rook Turret from Final Fantasy is a 3/3 flying artifact that draws us cards. Whenever an artifact we control enters the battlefield, we get to draw a card and then toss one in the bin. A great addition if playing with a lot of flashback cards. You know where else isn't our hand? The Command Zone. Helm of the Host creates a non-legendary copy of any creature we equip it to. So let's put it on our jellyfish and make a copy of it. That way we can reduce the effect command tax has on us should Memnon be removed. Every well-oiled machine needs maintenance, and these utility picks are what's going to keep our engine running. Liberator, Urza's Battlethopter, is a 1/3 with flash and flying that gives all of our colorless spells and artifacts flash. On top of that, every spell we cast has a chance to make Liberator bigger and badder. The award for most on flavor in our deck is the Reality Chip. It both is an artifact and a jellyfish. The Reality Chip lets us look at the top card of our library, and if it is reconfigured and equipped, we can play lands and cast spells right from the top. The small but mighty Artificer's Assistant lets us scry 1 with every historic spell we cast. That means every time we cast a legendary, artifact, or saga spell, we can make sure what we need most is an easy reach. Inventor's Fair does a little bit of everything. If we have 3 or more artifacts in play, which we will, we gain a life on our turn. It also allows us to tutor any artifact into our hand. And if we don't have the artifacts in play that we need, it taps for colorless. Who doesn't love mana? Speaking of mana, let's make sure we include Academy Ruins in our deck. Along with tapping for colorless mana, it also lets us pull artifacts out of our graveyard and put them back on top of our library. Recursion is king in the long game, and looping our must-have pieces can't be understated. Memnon is a commander that says, to hell with our hand, let's play cards from everywhere, and it gets that done using plenty of artifacts. Using our library, graveyard, and cards in exile, our opponents are going to have a hard time keeping up. And remember, if you like deck techs like these, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share so we can keep doing them. Until next time, stay uncanny.